This is Paul Levy here, and what I'm about to do may seem like a gross act of hypocrisy, an example of the very thing I'm talking about. And all I can say in my defense at the start of this is that this is well-intentioned. So this is going to be a bit more like a friendly shake than it's going to be what I'm talking about. But that's for you to decide. At a recent gathering of organisation development practitioners in London, a point came up which was about how much advocacy there currently is in the world. Now, advocacy is essentially us telling people stuff, telling you stuff that you haven't asked for, giving you answers to questions you haven't asked for. It's particularly strong at the moment on social media, and you only have to look down your timeline on LinkedIn or Facebook to see how much advocacy is going on, showing, giving out, pushing out, content delivered to you, minute after minute, second after second, landing in your inbox, landing in your face. Some of it's well-intentioned, some of it is self-promotion. We know in the world of fake news that some of it is just lies, damn lies. Now, in opposition to that, or perhaps at least adding to it, complementing it, is the notion of inquiry, where we ask questions, where we're responsive, where we wait for invitation before we actually deliver. And inquiry is a place of curiosity. It's a place of opening space. And that seems to be far less prevalent. And social media doesn't really seem to be designed for much inquiry. And even when people put out questions on social media, we just get long chains of responses that are just more and more advocacy. And even that question is often an advocated question pushed out. I'm not even sure if everyone even wants the answer specifically. They just want lots of advocated responses. And what came up in the meeting was the notion that advocacy is a form of abuse, mostly. When I tell you stuff like I'm doing now, I'm actually, let's say spiritually, punching you, hitting you, pushing you. And you can feel pushed by advocacy as you might be feeling now. And you might even be feeling the irritation, which is a good response, a healthy response to being over-advocated at. Now, we tend to think that advocacy is a good thing. And as I mentioned, the LinkedIn list, the status updates that you get, is so much of that. I noticed even today are people advocating advocacy, quotes about advocacy, quotes about making decisions, quotes about saying stuff, about being more confident, about being more assertive, facts delivered, links offered. Now, we're not even built for that. We're not built for that amount of over information, of that information deluge that comes towards us. We don't have time to digest it. It fills all the silence, so there isn't actually any silence. And as soon as I turn away, when I look back, here I am advocating at you again. What if advocacy is actually abusive, even when it's well-intentioned? It's just a well-intentioned punch in the face. What if advocacy is just far too much? What if less could be more? What if we need time to digest an act of advocacy, perhaps 3 times as much time to reflect on it as in the time it took to actually say it? What if too much information is worse than just a tiny bit, or sometimes even no information? What if questions are at least as important, as if not more important than answers? What if advocacy is draining us of our health, of our energy, of our curiosity? What if advocacy in the end puts us in a place where even what is advocated can't be taken in and used very effectively? So all we've got time for is a fake thumbs up.